So for fundamentals month, we are going to look over a fundamental position, like a prerequisite position that we need to be able to score from. And it's a lot of us know it, but let's just sharpen it up a little bit. It's called the chair sit position. Okay, so when Keanu's on the side, away from me. Okay, on the side, away from me. Right, he's like that. So when he's here, guys, right? So this is a very common position, guys, right? When I find this position here. And from here now I have to squat. I have to be able to know how to take the person's back. Two things can really happen from here, right? So one thing that can happen, and they're both a win-win for me, right? One thing that can happen is Keanu can turtle away from me, right? And as he turtles, maybe I'm trying to chase it, but maybe he's going to be able to regard off that turtle, right? That's one thing that can happen. Another thing that can happen is he brings his shoulder towards the floor and he faces me and he starts to frame up, and now we're going to go over what we were doing last week, right? So I don't want either of those things to happen, okay? So let's talk about what I need in order to achieve them, all right? So first thing first is the most common error is people place their chest on top of the shoulder. They're too high. Even if Keanu was smaller than me, which he's not, but even if he was, you still need to make yourself smaller than them, and you need to find your chest on their back. From here, I have one hand that's gonna go around the neck and one hand that's gonna go around the armpit, right? So when we're here, guys, the hand that's around the neck is gonna be thumb into the chest, and I'm gonna take my second hand, I'm gonna grab my pinky. And I need to reinforce it like this. You can do a gable grip as well, right? But now he can start to fight hands as soon as we finish with the back take, right? Some people still do it with the gable, but this is gonna be way better. When I'm here, guys, if my elbows are flared, all right, Keanu can start to bring his hands inside of my hands, exactly, and I'll start to pry my hands. So what I need to do is I need to close my elbows in. I need to lock my elbows, all right? Now, there's still a gap here, right? So in that gap, I need to park. My knee is gonna go right under the crown of his head. Most people go a little bit too low, all right? And when they're too low, there's gonna be slippage on the back take. So what I want is, I wanna bring my knee right underneath his head. So he should be able to rest on this. So this is the cue that we use pillow. When I'm doing this, guys, I'm tucking my big toe touches Keanu's back. And then I'm gonna sit onto my hip. When I do that, guys, from here, now I'm a little backpack. So I'm gonna be able to take his back, or if he starts to turtle, I'll be able to follow him, okay? We don't need to look at it, but just understand that, right? A very common thing that can happen, guys, is this knee being too low. So you don't want that to happen. The other thing is, a lot of people, they do this. They sit like that. And then now, you can still take the back, but you can hurt your own knee, right? So this is incorrect, so don't do that. So as soon as we're here, what I'm gonna need to do is I need to start to look at Keanu's legs, all right? I'm gonna take my foot, I'm gonna put it into his hip pocket, and I'm gonna fall into the direction of my leg. So as I fall, I'm gonna kick this through, and as I kick this through, I'm gonna connect my chin to his neck, and then we're gonna fall onto the side. The part two that's always gonna happen exactly is Keanu doesn't want the second hook to come in. If Keanu is winning this roll 2-0, all right, and I get to this position here, and the time expires, he's gonna win, all right? I need the second hook. So a lot of people are gonna cover not to let that come in, right? And now he's gonna have this arm covering me. So I'm gonna cross my feet, I'm gonna pinch over his hip line, and now I'm gonna do a deadlift motion. I'm gonna open Keanu up. Okay, nothing, he can't really do anything to stop it. From here, my second hook comes in, finish. Alright? So one more time, the whole thing. So he's gonna be on the side. I'm gonna bring my chest into the center of his back, and I'm gonna come into my seatbelt. Alright? A lot of people, they go like this, alright, and then they're too low on the person, alright? And then from here, either it's gonna be really hard to throw this leg over, this is gonna happen, or they're going to be able to run away from you. You can run away from him. And now it's kind of too low, and then now by the time I try to go, he's going to escape, right? So I need to make sure that I'm nice and high. Since I'm high, he can't run away from me. It's hard, all right, because now I'm pinning his shoulder blades, right? So it's going to be really hard for him to escape and get up close onto his shoulder. I'm going to bring my foot over into that space, and even if that space is small, even if he's here, that little pocket, my foot will still be able to come into that space. Now as I fall, I'm going to kick, and then I'm going to adjust myself and bring my head next to his. He's going to cover, I'm going to cross my feet, pinch, deadlift to open him up, finish with the back take, all right? A bonus for those of you that have a little bit of experience. So the bonus is going to be here, guys. Once I'm here and I'm doing my chair sit position, the bonus is from here, guys, as I'm opening up, Keanu will still a lot of times use this hand to block the hook. As my hook comes in, he's going to parry it, all right? That's going to happen a lot, okay? Why? Because again, if time expires, then he's going to be able to win. So as I'm doing this, guys, as I'm putting the hook in, if he starts to parry the hook, I can catch the hand, pull it behind, and then throw my hook over his arm. If I can achieve this, guys, this is going to be an almost instant win because now he doesn't have an arm to defend from, and now I can definitely start to come out and finish with chokes. It's it. Cool? All right, so for the more experienced students, what I want is this, guys. I want to see a combination that lands into the spot, okay? It's your choice. You're going to improv, do whatever you want to do to get into the spot, and then we're going to finish with the chairs. For example, I'm going to do a knee cut. You're going to put your front to my shoulder. I'm going to leg drag you, and then we're going to end this. Cool? All right, cool. So I'm going to be here. Boom. I can do it from the bottom, from the top, whatever. Okay, do a whole sequence. You can start single leg X, sweep the person, leg drag, come on top. Let's do that. So I'm going to do a single leg X on you. Okay. All right, so do a whole sequence that lands you at that spot and then finish from that spot. For the newer students, just get the second part perfect. Cool? Let your partner know what you need. All right, 1, 2. Concept, okay? So, like, let me take Keanu's back. Finish with the back. Yep. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it back. I said, let me take it back. All right. We're here. All right, come on, don't worry. Guys, we're here on the back. So, pop quiz for my favorite guy, Sean. What is incorrect with my position? Only Sean is going to answer. What's incorrect?
Move your chest closer to his head. Move your head on the other side. Like on next to his head. Like
Here? Nice, yeah, exactly. So guys, you see this piece right here? Like Keanu has a big trap, but imagine it was like this. I'm gonna put my chin right here. All right, so this right here is like a perfect little backpack, right? So now, we're just connected, we're aligned, all right? Keanu, to escape, is gonna need to free his head, all right? If I'm here, Keanu's gonna go this way, and his head is gonna lead the way out. Now he's gonna put his head and shoulders on the floor. He's out. All right, it's gonna be really easy. Okay, so I need to be right here. Okay, now it's gonna be really hard for him to do much of anything. All right, and now look at his arms. He's uncomfortable. So now for me to choke him is gonna be way easier. Plus, when I'm choking him, look, my head is in the right spot. My chin is gonna go over my hand so that he can't peel my hand. And then now, as I take this out, now this is gonna shoot behind his head, and my fingers are gonna come last, right? Whereas if my head is back here and I'm going here, he's going to start to peel my hand. Yeah, I'm probably going to look for the other side of that, but maybe not. All right, so you want to minimize that. So the head, guys, Jonte pointed out, a lot of us were having a little literacy that was a little bit incorrect. Okay, what's up, Celine? So I'm going to be here, guys. My head is not here, and if it's here nor look, it's going to be really hard for me to step over. It's going to look like that. So look, my head is going to be on the spot. I'm sitting, and even in this tiny little pocket of space, but my foot goes. And then now, as I fall through, I'm going to kick it through and adjust and bring my chest right behind his back. Cross my feet, open him up, and then take the back. Keanu, move around a little bit. He's really stubborn. It's not much you can do, all right? Especially because of my head position, all right? So make sure your head fits into that little crook right next to the side of the neck. Cool? Let's go 3-4 more rounds, guys, then we'll go. Everything is going great. But now, Keanu's going to start to turtle. As he turtles, guys, I got to bring my knee into that pocket before he finishes the turtle position, right? At the same time, guys, I need to step over the foot. So I need to do that in one motion, all right? So let's do that once more. Let's turn this way. So as he's here, as he starts to turtle, guys, I'm going to bring this in and I'm stepping over the foot simultaneously, all right? When I'm stepping over the foot, guys, the goal is going to be to peel his heel back to where he was, okay? That's going to cause him to go back and fall back into the side, right? So as I'm going to peel, now my bottom hook is going to shoot here, all right? From here, I'm going to put the foot on the floor, look at where his hip is, look where my hip is. I need to align our hips by hip escaping upward. I'm going to cross over his hip line, I'm going to open him up on the opposite side, and I'm going to come like that. Done, all right? So we need to time that in. Look, what I'm doing with my foot is I'm doing this. If Keanu resists, he risks hurting his own knee, which no one, of course, wants to do. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to bring him back and I'm going to make him fall over. So it doesn't really involve strength. And the action of me falling and turning his ankle over is going to cause him to collapse. Okay, and as he collapses, I take his back. So again, as we land here, I stepped over the foot. Look at my right foot, guys. As I'm falling, Rich, look. I'm peeling. He falls. Bottom hook comes in ASAP. A common beginner mistake is trying to roll trying to roll the person over. Common error. Don't do that. All right? Don't roll anybody over. Just stay where you are. Escape your hip. Open them up with a second hook. Finish. To get them back, we need two things. We need a seatbelt, we need two hooks, done. You don't need to roll people over. The only reason to roll people over is if you can't get those hooks. But if I can get them without rolling them over, even easier, makes my job even better. Cool? Do guys 3, 4, 5 more minutes, then we'll roll.